Hey journalism students, this is our last assignment in journalism for this school year, and this is your final exam. It's a feature article. It's your third post on your blog or your third article submission. If you started later or did not initially create a blog, you still have the opportunity to complete this final exam. You do not have to post it on a blog. But that is certainly suggested and was originally part of your grade. Pardon my coughing. I hope it won't happen a lot, but I'm not optimistic about that. So this is your journalism final exam, post number 3, feature article overview, document, video, just reviewing some things that we have done in class already. First of all, a feature article needs to be more of a current event or something that is not a current event, but commonly misunderstood or unknown. It needs to be news. And in order to be news, it can't just be something that we're all familiar with already. It also needs to be on topic with your blog focus. Late start students, you didn't get to pick a blog focus. Also, students that never created a blog initially, you didn't get to pick a blog focus either. But let's just be really clear that you submit your topic choice to me so that I can approve it. It's going to be 600 to 750 words max. No more, no less than 600. It has to incorporate journalistic writing. So far, we've reminded ourselves and reviewed a lot about the lead, that beginning sentence to catch the reader's attention, and those 5 W's with the H, the who, what, when, where, why, how. And we also need to make sure that we represent a kicker in this assignment. Now, this is a new introduction. It's our very last subtopic in journalism, but it's the final thing of your article too, so you have to make sure that that is incorporated. If you aren't sure what a kicker is, I will include a link to the recording of class from today that had a discussion about kickers in it. The next thing is, as always, in the blog, this does not apply to students who did not create a blog, but in the actual blog, you need to add pictures, videos, change fonts, etc. Late start students, you will not be deducted points if you do not include digital tools, but original students that just opted not to create the blog, you will lose a few points here because you're not able to do that. Your layout needs to be pleasing and it needs to fit the blog topic. Several of you got feedback from me on your last post about the blog looks nice, but I'm not sure that it fits with the topic. So just make sure that those things make sense to your reader, me. And it needs to have a headline, clearly, that'll be your blog title. It just can't say feature article post number 3. That is not telling the reader what they are about to read about. It needs to have subheadings if you change topics throughout. Captions if necessary, and that means like under pictures, giving images credit to their original artist, and make sure that the structure is scannable. So when we do all one font in 600 to 750 words, it becomes kind of a blob on the screen. So try to separate it up so that your reader can scan it easily if they need to. Here is the most challenging part for this assignment, is that it must include 2 sources. So the last 2 assignments, or the last 2 articles, the first one was an opinion post, which you certainly could bring in research, but didn't necessarily have to. The second one was a list post, which you could, again, do some research, didn't necessarily have to, but this one is required because this is a feature story. This is a news article. This isn't an opinion ad or anything like that. This one has to have 2 sources of research, and you may use more, but using less, you will lose points. the easiest way to put them into your blog is just by listing the sources that you used at the end. All you simply have to do is type the word sources at the bottom of your post or at the bottom of your document, whichever way you're submitting this to me, and list those sources that you are crediting with the information that you have pulled, at least in some form, into your article. Remember, there are no teacher edits on this draft, so we're not doing a first draft and then a final submission. All of that is happening on your own. Now, there were some people in class that are interested in doing peer edits, and we can call that time out in class when it works for our schedule, and we'll certainly have time for that daily leading up to the due date. You are certainly welcome to use the Classkick format if that works for you. I have created a document for you to work into, and this is a scaffolding document as well, so it will walk you through the points that you need to have in this article. So if this is something that appeals to you, something visually that you can kind of wrap yourself around and figure out, check each point off as you go through it, that has been created for you, and you can certainly work in there. It is not a requirement. You will not get a grade on it. You do not have to submit it to me. It's just a workspace. This final is due on the 24th of this month. However, just in complete honesty, my grades aren't due until this 27th. So if you're coming up on this 24th deadline and panicking, just know that I have a little bit of wiggle room for you. However, if you wait till the 27th at 3 p.m. to get it to me, it will be too late because I will have already submitted my grades. So keep that in mind. Your post has to go live, so it has to be live on your blog, and you have to link it in the Blogger Warehouse, otherwise I won't know it exists. Everything is linked here. Late students or students that chose not to create the blog, you can just submit it in the assignments tab of your course or send me an email. I've given you a task breakdown right here, as well as the point total that this will come out of. It is double what your previous posts were. So those were 40 a piece, and this one is 80. That's because it is your final project in our course. And then your rubric, remember, a rubric is simply your grading outline. If you want to get the highest points possible, you're going to shoot for this 4 category in news value and accuracy, research and sources, you've got to have 2, structure and organization. Don't confuse me with the structure because that will pull down your grades so quickly. Ideas and content, so be creative, but being unique isn't always what's going to get you the best grade in this part. It is forcing yourself to be a better writer than you thought you were. And then sentences and mechanics, of course. Please know that you can always contact me if you need anything about this. We're going to continue to hold help sessions, so optional sessions, and then every day in class is going to be dedicated to working on some part of this. We're all going to be at different paces in this project, and that's okay. I am just going to hold class and be your support system and help you through any roadblocks that you face. You are totally capable of doing this. The work that you've produced so far this semester has been amazing, and I am already very proud of you. I can't wait to see what you come up with for your future article.